Hello, I'm Eduardo Rosas and I'm back with another Xamarin Wednesday. So during the last video I talked about how Xamarin was now free, and that must have been a huge deal for a lot of people, a lot of developers. The thing is, now for free, entirely for free, you are able to build iOS and Android applications using C#. And I'm pretty sure that must have led a lot of people to get interested into Xamarin. And that's why I have some videos ready for those people who want to get started into Xamarin development. Actually, in the description below, I'm going to add three very important links. The first one is about what Xamarin is. It's a YouTube playlist where I have some videos explaining what Xamarin is, what Xamarin is doing, and how is it that it's going to work to actually share code between all these platforms. The second playlist is about getting started building Android applications and iOS applications using Xamarin, and that is great to get started quickly. The third link, and the one that I recommend the most, is a link with a very good discount to my Udemy course about Xamarin, where you're not just going to learn how to build Android and iOS applications using C#, but you will also learn how to really share code between those platforms. You're going to learn how to include cloud services into your applications, cloud services such as cloud-based databases, cloud-based authentication, push notifications. We are actually going to be building some service into the cloud. So actually from the application, we can post to Facebook through the service. It's an amazing course. I suggest you check it out, and it has a great discount. Now, this video is going to be about a small gap that I left between the first YouTube playlist and the second, between knowing what Xamarin is and started building application, and that is what you need to have to start building Android and iOS applications. And this video is about it. And there are three main things that you need to follow to make sure that you are ready to start building iOS and Android applications. The first one is, of course, to get the IDE. And the good thing is that now you can actually get started with Xamarin entirely for free without having to pay for a license. So if you're on a Windows PC, you can go to xamarin.com/downloads and you'll be prompted to download Visual Studio. Yes, you can now download Visual Studio from Xamarin. That's cool. So you'll be prompted to download the latest version of Visual Studio. The community edition will be downloaded, and once you install it, you are ready to go because Visual Studio now comes with Xamarin. If you're in a Mac, you go to the exact same link, xamarin.com/downloads, and you'll be prompted to download Xamarin Studio, which again is free and now comes with Xamarin for free. So no matter what platform you're at, you want to go to xamarin.com/downloads. Now, this is in case you are entirely new, you are starting an entirely new installation. If you're on Windows and you already had a Visual Studio installed, you want to install the update. So if you're in Visual Studio 2015, all you have to do is install the update 2. The update 2 now comes with Xamarin integrated into it. If you're on a previous version of Visual Studio, Visual Studio 2012, 2013, I suggest that you upgrade to Visual Studio 2015. It's entirely free, and it now comes with Xamarin entirely for free. So step number 2, on both Windows and Mac, if you want to build iOS applications, you are going to need a Mac. If you're on Mac, you obviously have a Mac. But if you are on Windows, you have to have a Mac. If you don't have, I'm sorry, it's going to be impossible for you to build iOS applications. You could build the code and everything, and once in a while connect to a Mac to test them and debug them and everything. But you do need a Mac to design and test and deploy all your iOS applications. So the thing that you need to make sure that is happening on your Mac is that you have XCODE installed, the latest version available. Right now, at the moment of recording this video, is the 9.3 version, which has the iOS 9.3 SDK. And the SDK, of course, is absolutely necessary to build iOS applications. Once you have XCODE installed, you want to install Xamarin. Of course, if you have a Mac and you follow the first step, you already have Xamarin. If you are on a Windows, you have to make sure that the Mac computer also has Xamarin, because Xamarin installs a tool so Visual Studio can connect to Xamarin on the Mac and actually use the Mac as a platform where it designs the application, where it compiles the code, and where it debugs the application itself. So I actually got a little ahead of step 3, which is to make sure that both the Windows and the Mac computers are in the same network. Because once the Mac has Xcode and Xamarin installed, they have to have a connection between Visual Studio and the Mac computer. This way, your Visual Studio, you can design from Visual Studio the iOS application. You can actually, from Visual Studio, press start the application and it will launch on your Mac on an iOS simulator. Now, at the moment of recording this video, the iOS emulator for Windows is not yet ready, but once it is ready, you'll be able to show or to run your iOS application directly from your Windows PC without needing to turn over your chair and start looking at the emulator on your Mac. It sounds dull, but it's kind of cool to be able to see the iOS application running on Windows. So that's it. Those are the 3 steps that you need to follow. If you follow them correctly, you are good to go to start building Android and iOS applications using C#.